Hi, I'm Greg Alba.
And I'm Kat Alvarado.
Welcome to the Real Rejects channel. Top 5 unknowns, 5 things you should never search on Google. From our last video, Greg Alba and Kat Alvarado, because you won't find anything if you do that. Yeah. But let's see what these people say you should never search.
Google is considered by many to be the best way to obtain new information about literally anything. Though there are some things in this world that are better off not being searched on the internet. Fair warning, this video is about to get pretty disturbing.
What?
Let's look at 5 terms you should never Google. Number 5, Harlequin fetus. Harlequin ichthyosis is a severe genetic disorder that mainly affects the skin. Infants with this condition are born with very hard, crusty skin covering most of their body. In the womb, the skin forms large diamond plates that are separated by deep cracks or fissures. The skin abnormalities affect the shape of the eyelids, nose, mouth, and ears, while limiting movement of the arms and legs. Restricted movement of the chest can lead to breathing difficulties and even respiratory failure. The skin typically forms a protective barrier between the body and its surrounding environment. However, skin abnormalities associated with Harlequin ichthyosis destroy this barrier, making it difficult for affected infants to control water loss, regulate body temperature, and fight infections. Infants with Harlequin ichthyosis often experience excessive dehydration and risk developing life-threatening infections in the first few weeks of life.
Why can't we Google
this? It used to be very rare for affected infants to survive the newborn period. However, with intensive medical care and treatment, it's now common for those affected by this condition to live into their childhood years or even adolescence. This condition is inherited in what is called an autosomal recessive pattern, which essentially means both copies of a gene in each cell have mutations. The parents of an individual with an autosomal recessive condition each carry one copy of the mutated gene, but they usually never show signs or symptoms of the condition. Number 4.
Who's his family?
Brian Pepper's photo was found online back in 2005, with many believing it to be some sort of Photoshop. However, Brian Peppers is in fact a real person. Brian suffers from an abnormality known as Apert syndrome, which can cause some rather disturbing facial appearances. This photo of Brian was taken from an Ohio sex offender database that states that Brian was arrested back in 1998 for gross sexual imposition, which is defined in Ohio as unwilling sexual contact with one who is not one's spouse. He was sentenced to 30 days in jail for this, with another 5 years probation. Sadly, Brian passed away back in 2012, but it's clear that his memory will live on as an internet meme for years to come. Number 3.
Don't Google him.
Infection. A jigger is also known as a chigger, a jiggo, or a sand flea. These small, pin-sized bugs are usually found in sandy terrain of warm, dry climates. They prefer deserts, beaches, stables, or farms. They typically hide in crevices and small cracks that can be found on floors, walls, or even some furniture, commonly feeding on warm-blooded hosts including humans, cats, dogs, rats, pigs, cattle, and sheep. A female chigger feeds by burrowing into the skin of its host. After finding this new home, the bug's abdomen greatly increases in size until it forms a round sac mimicking the shape and size of a pea. An impregnated sand flea usually embeds itself in skin under the toenails and fingernails of humans, where sores form and fill with pus, often becoming infected.
I think I've had that.
The first evidence of an infestation by a sand flea is a tiny black dot on the skin. Because these bugs are not able to jump very well, most sites of infestation occur on the feet, often on the soles or under toenails. Within the next few weeks, this small black dot will slowly enlarge into a white, pea-sized bubble, which is often excruciatingly painful. Severe infestations may result in a cluster of bubbles giving a honeycomb appearance. Some infestations can lead to severe inflammation, loss of toenails, amputation of the affected area, or even death due to infection. Though survivors can
that's how they would do it before?
Infection, which may also result in death. However, if you manage to survive, most chiggers will die off within a month.
Foot's already
and
amputated.
Will usually heal soon after. Number 2, one lunatic, one iceberg.
Weird.
Luka Magnotta is a Canadian murderer convicted of killing and dismembering Lin Jun, a Chinese student, then mailing Jun's hands and feet to elementary schools and federal political party offices. After a video depicting the murder was posted online in May of 2012, Magnotta fled Canada, prompting an Interpol red notice and an international manhunt. He was apprehended at an internet cafe in Berlin while reading news about himself in June of 2012.
Why
Luka
is there a
was previously
kitten?
sought by animal rights groups for allegedly uploading videos of himself killing kittens.
Oh,
The man who
no.
was murdered by Magnotta was a student from Wuhan and an undergraduate in an engineering and computer science faculty at Concordia University. He worked part-time as a convenience store clerk in Point St. Charles and had been studying in Montreal since July of 2011. Lynn moved into a Griffintown area apartment with his roommate in May of that same year. He was last seen on May 24th, 2012, and his friends reported receiving a final text message from him at 9 p.m. His boss then became suspicious when he didn't show up for his shift the next day. 3 of his friends went to his apartment on May 27th, but he wasn't there. He was reported missing to police 2 days later. On May 25th, 2012, an 11-minute video titled One Lunatic, One Ice Pick was uploaded to bestgore.com, depicting a naked male tied to a bed frame being repeatedly stabbed with an ice pick and a kitchen knife, then being dismembered, followed by acts of necrophilia. The perpetrator uses a knife and fork to cut off the man's flesh, then gets a dog to chew on the body. Throughout the video, the 1975 New Order song True Faith plays in the background, and a poster for the 1942 film Casablanca is visible on the wall. Canadian authorities obtained a more extensive version of the video and said cannibalism may have also been performed. Materials promoting the video appeared online 10 days before the murder took place. On May 26th, an attorney from Montana attempted to report the video to Toronto police, his local sheriff, and the FBI, but the report was dismissed by officials. Police later confirmed the video was authentic and identified the victim as the same one whose body parts were mailed to Ottawa. At 11 a.m. on May 29, 2012, a package containing a left foot was delivered to the national headquarters of the Conservative Party of Canada. The package was stained with blood, had a foul smell, and was marked with a red heart symbol. Another package containing a left hand was intercepted in a Canada Post processing facility, addressed to the Liberal Party. A janitor then discovered a decomposing torso inside of a suitcase left in a garbage pile in an alley behind an apartment building in the Snowdon area of Montreal. After searching the scene of the crime, police recovered human remains, bloody clothes, papers identifying the suspect, as well as sharp and blunt objects from the back alley. Footage from surveillance cameras inside the building showed a suspect bringing multiple garbage bags outside, and the images matched the suspect who was captured on video at the local post office. Police then searched the apartment that Magnotta was renting. He had moved in 4 months prior, and his rent was paid up until June 1st. The apartment had been mostly empty before he left, but blood was found on different items, including the mattress, refrigerator, the table, and the bathtub. "If you don't like the reflection, don't look in the mirror," was written in red ink inside of a closet. A note was later found with a package sent to the Conservative Party, saying 6 body parts had been distributed and the perpetrator would kill again. The other 3 packages also contained notes, but their contents were undisclosed by the police, who cited their concerns about possible copycat crimes. On June 5th, 2012, a package containing a right foot was delivered to St. George's School, and another package containing a right hand to False Creek Elementary School in Vancouver. Both schools opened as normal the following morning. It was confirmed that both packages were sent from Montreal. On June 13th, the additional limbs and the torso were matched to Lynn, using DNA samples from his family. On July 1st, Lynn's head was recovered at the edge of a small lake in Montreal, after police received an anonymous tip. Lynn's body was then cremated on July 11th, and his ashes were buried on July 26th at Notre Dame Cemetery in Montreal.
These dates are really important.
Number 1. Waifu basics.
No, never look at those dates the
So,
same.
to preface a bit, waifu basically means wife in Japanese. That's really all the information you need for this video, but brace yourselves, it's going to get weird. As this video begins, we see a woman knocking on a man's door.
She's beautiful.
The man then answers the door in the typical over-the-top Japanese television fashion, as a narrator explains what it means to be a great spouse. The video continues as the 2 cook a meal of chicken stir-fry together.
Okay.
The 2 then take the meal to a dining room where it seems as though they're going to consume the food, though things go downhill rather quickly. The woman then leans over the food as if she's going to take a bite, but then aggressively vomits into the bowl numerous times. The man, rather disturbingly, seems to enjoy this. The couple then makes their way to the couch where she continues to vomit profusely, often spewing chunks directly into his open mouth. I'll see you guys later. After this, I need to take a break from the internet for a while. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Well,
If
what
you
was
like this
that
video,
number
be sure to
1
click
and
that
not
like
the
button.
murder
Also,
one?
don't forget to
I think because we've heard more of murder stuff, and that one is just I mean, the thought of, like, even just you vomiting into my mouth makes me want to vomit. It's just like, oh no, we're just vomiting back and forth.
3, 2 girls, 1 cup.
Yeah. See, that's something you shouldn't search on Google.
Right?
I don't know about like a bug and the kid having a deformity.
Okay, the bug was kind of gross. Like listening to that and then thinking about my own feet having like bubbles of bugs like on the inside,
Yeah.
beginning to like bubble up, and then having like my feet just like explode and like bugs just come out. Like that was pretty.
That is disturbing.
You know?
But I mean, that's informative.
Yeah, but my feet
You
feel
know?
all weird thinking about it.
That's like something it's okay to Google. Like, let's say you have something going on.
I should Google that.
You should Google it and find out what the answer is.
Right?
Not,
Like I was.
I was told not to Google this. I don't think I should take any measures to prevent something worse from happening.
No.
Even the I don't know. Like,
Harlequin ichthyosis. I think that's how you say it.
man,
Ichthyosis?
wow, aren't you smart?
Mm-hmm.
And more than just jokes. You have a lot of potential here at the school. But if you set out to be more than a class clown, you can have high academia.
Thanks, Professor Alvarado. Now I know.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to see what one of these kids looks like.
I don't want to see it in person. It sounds sad.
I don't know about in person.
They don't
I don't
like-
want to like. You know where I can find one of these guys? What's it called?
Harlequin ichthyosis. There it is.
Whoa!
That person's like grown.
Whoa!
Aww.
Aww.
Oof.
Oh, why, I mean, okay, maybe you shouldn't Google this. I'm sorry to everyone who has that. I feel bad. I'm sorry. I'm laughing not because it's funny. I'm laughing because
It's really
I feel
upsetting
bad
and
for...
Our heart goes
Yeah.
out to everyone who has Harlequin ichthyosis, or knows somebody, or is related to somebody, or has had a child with that. Our hearts go out to you.
Yes.
The second one was that guy. That
Yeah.
guy.
What's it supposed
Brian
to say?
Pepper.
How do you remember all these things? It's like you pay attention. Brian Peppers. Holy crap, I gotta see this guy. I'm doing the exact opposite of what was. Holy crap. Now, this poor guy became a meme.
That sucks. It's not his fault. He was born with deformities.
No, that's just mean. I think I'd be friends with him.
Can we take a second and just point out that he got charged with the unlawful contact with someone who was not his spouse, or unwanted unlawful contact with someone who was not his spouse, which really implies that spousal rape is okay in that state. Not cool.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Kat. I'm right there with you. I got your back on that.
Thanks.
I was totally paying attention to everything you said. Heard spousal rape, and it sounded like you were against it. So I'm right there, backing your point. I was not engrossed by the photos of Brian Peppers at the time. I don't want to make fun of him. I mean, what so many people have already.
Well, yeah.
But we shouldn't.
No, I don't
No,
want to.
we shouldn't. Let's make a stand. Let's move on.
Don't speak ill of the dead. Let's not.
Oh, is he dead?
Unless it's Hitler. Yeah.
Oh, Hitler. We can talk about all
We can
that.
talk shit about Hitler.
can
He
talk
had
about
a
it, yeah.
tiny penis. Littlest one. That's why he did everything he did. Duh. Duh.
Dude, this fourth story though, okay, we got a comment about that. This guy took some extreme measures. There was so much going on in that one story. I don't even think I fully grasped everything that he was doing.
Everything that's like a bad thing that
Yeah.
could be done was done in this. There is a stabbing. There is like tying the person up. There's
And two
cannibalism.
kinds of stabbing, the knife and the ice pick.
And a fork. There was a fork involved.
And feeding the flesh to the dog.
Beating the dog.
Hacking up the body, sending it to elementary. This guy
Elementary school, politicians, and on top of it, necrophilia. He fucked it too.
Jeez.
I felt really uncomfortable listening to this one.
So I know, I saw you. I was like, so happy Kat's here. I'm sure she doesn't regret driving all the way out here today. Make a late night trip.
I get to go to bed tonight.
You get to go to bed tonight.
Alone.
With the thought
Think
of-
with the ice pick
With
guy.
the thought of Harlequin.
Or
Brian
copycat.
Peppers.
Copycat ice pick guys.
And also imagining me vomiting into your mouth. Because I'm laughing at you.
You know what?
I kind of want to see that video.
The needy comic in me is like, oh my god, if I could make somebody laugh till they vomited in my mouth, that'd be crushing.
That would make the
That'd be
news right there.
crushing.
Like a reflex that anyone has. Has that ever happened to anyone?
I don't know, but
I was laughing so hard I vomited.
sometimes I laugh so hard till I pee. That's a thing. That's
I know.
totally a thing. Sometimes I laugh till I almost pee. I don't pee, but I almost pee.
I laugh till I shit, on average. And then I get heckled by the stand-up comic.
They're like, please get
Smells
this
like
guy
shit
out
in
of
here. Is it this guy over here?
Please leave. Security?
Security. He's shitting.
This is
With his
shitty
date
audi-
tonight.
It's a shitty
The audience
audience
member.
member.
That's their joke. That's the joke they make. Well, this video's done. Subscribe to Top 5 Unknowns, please.
Yeah.
Because they deserve it. They Google things like this so they can put together a worthwhile video.
They did their best.
Check out Cat
Alvarado. Meow.
For dirty talking right there. The
Yeah.
Cat Alvarado on Twitter and Instagram. Cat Alvarado Comedy on Facebook. Please.
But not in real life.
Please do it.
Just
She
on
gets really no benefit to coming on here.
Just you guys.
Just you
Follow
guys
me.
follow
That's
her.
it.
That's the most I can
That's it.
offer her. Maybe $1. I might
Thanks.
have $1.
Thanks, Greg.
Do you accept Venmo? I could Venmo you $1.
You can Venmo me.
Do that. And subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. We have a Patreon. There's a lot of perks on them. Rewards are worth it. Goodbye.